we're recording. All right, so I stole it from Dungeons and Daddies. They do a fun fact about their character at the beginning of all of their sessions, and it is cool because it helps with character development. And the major part of the role playing is mostly over for you guys at this point now, with Dragon Heist over. Um, and you already know that we're going into Dungeon of the Mad Mage, but
Wait,
uh,
what?
um, so is anybody, I guess first of all, housekeeping stuff, is anybody making any character changes? And if they are, do you want to like let the rest of the people, like the rest of the party know, just in case you guys are doing anything like changing proficiencies or anything and you don't want to double down if somebody else has got something that you don't like spellcasters don't want to maybe take the same spells, or I don't know if you guys work that out like offline or what. I do know that Zora, well, my husband's going to talk to Pog and they're going to do like a
Oh,
backstory about that because they're worshippers of Tyr and all that. Okay, this music is really annoying me. Sorry.
can you
You
hear
could
me?
turn on the
Yeah.
M&M thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Albrecht.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything. I was looking, but I think I'm good. I think I'm going to keep my character the way it is. I think it's working well.
I made very minor adjustments. They're not worth talking about.
No change here.
I did change my subclass just so that everybody knows. So
Which one?
uh,
The warlock one or the
the
priest one?
priest one, I changed it from death to grave, which may not sound like very much difference, but what it actually does is it makes me lose the martial weapons, and I change a couple of the background or a couple of the death cleric spells, I guess you'd say. And the reason I did that is so that I could be a little bit more supportive as a grave cleric, because he's like a very big support class. So even though I have my gift that I got from the generous DM is gauntlets of ogre strength, he's a very weak kind of life sucked out of him fellow. So the ogre strength is what gives him strength. And without using the martial weapons, the martial class, like he doesn't have a lot of strength other than the ogre's gauntlets, I guess I'd say. So he's more of like a background character. But everything about him is going to change with clothes and whatnot. Just what he can use and what he's able to do for the group. Yeah.
Cool.
I pretty much kept my character the same. I didn't really make any changes. Just the I guess the proficiency in tattooing, traded out one of my tools. So proficiency in tattoo equipment, because I was going to putting that into my background.
Yeah, I'm still working
Oh, I guess they're
on that too for you, like adding that into
Okay.
our whole crafting system. Um,
Cool.
I did watch the whole video that you sent me back a while ago, and I like his modifications. So you and I have like a little bit of time to work on that.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Yeah, I like he his was pretty practical. I like the says, and I understand too, and I'm not even worried about the whole magic aspect of it. And when that comes, if that comes, that's fine. I just figured, opening up at this stage that he's made some money or worked in a tattoo shop and learned the trade as an apprentice as it, and so he's gotten his skills as a tattoo artist. And then depending on whatever you decide about the magic aspect of it too, we can figure that out later.
yeah, I'm gonna have everybody start basically from the beginning of whatever their crafting would be. So um, everybody's gonna work their way up. Um, so Patton is going to open a proper orphanage, and one of the orphans named Zora is an 11-year-old girl, and
I'm
she.
here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yay! You want to talk about it? Go ahead, introduce your character and whatever, because we were
Oh,
talking about changes, and that's a big change. So I'll let you do it.
yeah. I totally changed. I dropped the whole cleric thing. He's going to stay there, and his whole purpose up to that point had been the orphanage, and now he's got the funds to do it, so he's going to stay there. I was kind of playing a cleric as a needed role to fill, and it's not so needed, so I'm going to switch something I'm much more comfortable with. I don't have the whole backstory worked out yet, so I can't really flesh that out yet in game, but it is a rogue and a skill monkey. I took the um, athletic background, so I've got acrobatics and athletics. Um, I'm a scout, so I have the survival and nature focus. I took thieves' tools and stealth as my rogue focus, and I'm trying to get D&D Beyond to work on my phone. Stealth, investigation, sleight of hand, and perception are my rogue skills. So I've got what is it, eight skills, and 3 of them are expertise and thieves' tools. So I'm not going to miss much. My passive investigation and my passive perception are both 20. I'm a very curious kid. I've had some hardships. I have no filter. I've got some uh, emotional coping mechanisms that are going to be fun to role play. But the rest of it's going to kind of have to wait until I get the backstory fleshed out, so I don't say anything now that contradicts what I come up with later.
Did you pick a subclass? I didn't hear that.
As a scout.
Scout. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's where I got the nature and survival skills.
That's a neat new subclass. I like that one.
And it also gives me something called a skirmisher, which is cool because if anything ends its turn within 5 feet of me, I can move 15 feet away from it as a reaction. So, like,
Without
if an enemy
an
comes up and
opportunity
hits
attack?
someone, without an opportunity attack, it's just
That's awesome.
yeah. So, like, it runs up, hits somebody that's near me, and I'm out. See ya, bye. Which is very suitable for like a kid sort of combat. I'm out. And I took the crossbow expertise, so I could always sort of be at range.
It's really useful for a rogue to be at range and be able to be in and out.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. I think I'm going to enjoy that a lot more than I was. I was having a really hard time with the cleric because it's just not my personality to. There's no role playing. It's kind of just how I am as a person. So it's not even fun for a game. It's just,
If you were trying to get the D&D Beyond app to work on your phone, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. It's a lot easier if you go through Chrome and do everything through there, like through your own page.
I actually got it to pull up. So I started reading right after I said that. I was like, I'm trying to get this to work, and it popped up. So I made it work.
So the new mechanic, I guess, that I wanted to introduce was at the beginning, like I was saying, where I stole from Dungeons and Daddies, um, giving a fun fact about your character, basically like a little bit of it could be a background, it could just be a funny, nuanced thing about your character, um, whatever you want it to be. And I thought to make it more interesting, we'd make a little game out of it, and every week you guys will have like the whole week or whatever to think about your character's fun fact or something unique that maybe the party doesn't know, and everybody will say it. I guess the best way would just to be alphabetically. We'll go through and just like have everybody say their thing, and then at the end you guys can all like vote on who had either the funniest or the most thoughtful or thought out cool idea or whatever, and
Some
whoever
nice word.
whoever wins that week will get inspiration for that session. Like you get just a free inspiration. So, and then if somebody's not here, like if Pompey's not here and there's 6 of you and there's a tie, I'll just be the tiebreaker, but that's the only time I would have a vote because I want it to be you guys. I'm trying to encourage you. So,
Well, my name is Zora, so I'm always going to go last. I don't know if
yes.
that's very encouraging.
I didn't name you. So we're going to start with Albrecht. Did you have a fun fact, Albrecht?
I don't know if it's fun, and some people might remember this from my backstory, but it's a good one to start with. So the dagger that I use, which is my main weapon, is actually the dagger that my mom used to kill my biological dad. So it
Yeah.
kind of has a dark connection to my past. And I know that, and I still use it as my main weapon, which kind of says a lot about my character.
Right.
Super fun.
That's funny.
Do you like use that to cut your steak and shit, or like?
I use it to kill whoever I want, whenever I want.
Okay. It would just be a little darker if you were like using it to eat too.
Right. All right. The next would be Azif.
I'm going to tell you a fact about Mr. Garibaldi first in this session. He was actually part of a group a long time ago, and he was part of an adventuring group and was tied to one of the individuals in there. And as a sacrifice of himself, he actually fell. You could say sacrifice accidental. He fell into he was holding a bag of holding on his shoulder, and he fell into a portable hole, and it kind of caused a rift that sucked everybody in 10 feet into the rift, and it actually killed the bad guy that was there. But since he's an imp, when he landed on the astral plane, he got in contact with the being that was there, like the head top guy, and kind of like pledged himself to him. So when Azif and the head top great old one made a deal, Mr. Garibaldi went to him to act as like a go-between between the god and Azif. So that's why Mr. Garibaldi is actually an imp tied to Azif.
Interesting.
And he has the reason he kind of fell into the bag is, he's not exactly graceful.
Doesn't he float?
So you have
He does now, but I mean that's kind of like part of the summoning thing is he can fly.
So
So
you
I
could
think
say you kind of fell into having an imp.
yeah. He is kind of like Mew on Pokemon. He doesn't have wings. He just kind of like flies, floats, I guess you'd say. Because you can have either fly speed or swim speed, and he kind of floats.
Permanently levitating.
Yeah. Which works out for him now because he doesn't have to worry about falling.
Right. Celine, do you have one?
Celine was Grark's mentor.
Ah, they don't know Grark. Well, some of them don't. Grark was the original monk with this party who did Grark die? And then get brought back?
Yes.
Yeah. Like he had to do a death saving throw, but he was brought back before he failed all of his death saving throws. And because of that, he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. What was the thing?
Life was too short.
Got it. Okay. So are your comments. He's short and to the point. Cool. Clash.
All right, so my fact is that Clash really likes to sing. He does not have a good voice, and he doesn't do it in front of people. and he tends to be very, let's say, liberal with the lyrical interpretations. So he doesn't really strictly follow along with the song. What it is, he kind of makes up his own words. But he does like that. That's his thing. He really kind of knows about it because he kind of does it with him by himself.
Cool. Cool. They have entire videos of on YouTube of like the songs, what you think the songs words
Yeah,
are. They're hilarious.
that's totally him. Yeah, he's totally like that. He'll be like belting out something, and if somebody kind of overhears it, they're like, I kind of know what that song is, but those are not the words. So that's
All right, Pog.
I have an abacus collection back home that I got from the Far East. It was about 20, 22 different abacus in that collection, and I like to use them.
Aha. That's so fitting.
We can
And-
count on you.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess Pompey's not here, so cool. Zora.
Zora. All right. Zora's 11, so her emotional coping abilities are not quite developed yet. So she has this habit of speaking to herself in the third person to remove herself from the situation when it gets stressful. She kind of separates herself from stressful situations by uh, Zora doesn't like this. Zora's really uncomfortable right now. Zora needs to kick some ass so she can think about it logically as sort of an outside entity and not have to deal with the personal implications of being stressed out. It just allows her to think about things sort of logically from an outside perspective as opposed to having to experience it on a personal level.
Kind of like Smeagol. Right?
Yeah, it's sort of a cross between like Smeagol and Bob Dole and Arya Stark.
Bob Dole.
Does she carry the pen?
Don't you remember Bob Dole always talked about Bob Dole in third person?
Bob Dole doesn't like this.
Yeah.
I just that is just a throwback reference. Wow.
I think that just solidified my vote. That last added on just did it for me.
Good.
That's funny.
I was leaning towards Albrecht with the dagger, but that kind of, I'm sorry, the Bob Dole thing got me.
That's good. Cool. Okay. Character changes, fun facts. All right. Now we'll get in. And Zora, since I know you're not able to really play, if you want to stay on the line, cool. Otherwise, we're gonna jump into the things back in Waterdeep. Um, so it is now. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at the calendar, but the day that you basically got all of the gold or rescued the gold for the city was Kythorn 18, and we'll say that you guys went home, had a long rest, so you wake up and the day is Kythorn 19. It is the day before summer solstice and Dragon Down. And Dragon Down is a holiday celebrated in Waterdeep, and it's basically they're celebrating the like defeat of the dragons that had come into Waterdeep in different areas, and so they basically burn dragon effigies, um, which is kind of creepy. But they also have the summer solstice um, at the same. It's on the same day, and there's a bunch of different like worshippers of different sects, uh, different deities that do different things. So there will be a um, like different types of celebrations. Now, this is going to tie into your tavern because another mechanic that I kind of threw in was anytime there's a holiday on the calendar and this is like a sidebar situation in between because you're no matter what adventures you go on, you'll always like come back at some point and this is your home base. So whenever you have your downtime, we're going to go by the calendar and we're going to stay by the calendar. Well, I'm going to try to stay by the calendar as much as possible, the actual Waterdevian calendar and all of their celebrations and things. So you guys can have the tavern participate in these different holidays, and depending on what you do and how you promote it or what kind of activities you want to participate in, um, you can get advantage on your tavern keeping roles because you have tavern keeping roles that are actually in the DMG. Um, but I'll give you advantage on those if you participate in holiday events on the holiday weeks. So just to catch everybody up who doesn't know the actual D&D 5e mechanic, and this is kind of boring, but this is Pog's bread and butter right here. This is the profit and loss business running. Um, and they have a full mechanic for it. So at the end of every 10 day, which is D&D's week, so at the end of every week, but it's their week is 10 days, you're going to roll a D100, Pog. I'm going to have you do it since you're the accountant and, I don't know, the paladin. So you'll roll a D100, and you'll add 10, and then I consult the table. Oh, there you go. And you add 10, so 40, and 40, ooh. So the lower rolls are rough. If you get like a 1 to 10 to 20, you have to pay 1.5 times the business maintenance cost for that week. If you get 21 to 30, you have to pay the full, just the full amount of business maintenance costs. If it's 31 to 40, you get half, and your profits cover the other half. And then 41 to 60, your business covers its profits cover its maintenance for the week. And then 61 to 80, then you guys start making money each week. And then it has like another roll that you do like a 1d6 times 5. And then it goes even higher for 81 to 90. And 91 and higher, you make a ton of money. But like about, yeah, so 41 to 60, which is like mid section, your business covers its own costs, but it doesn't make any money. So you'll see like how that kind of scales. Now, your business costs are $60, 60 gold per week, basically for your guild fees, and you're gonna have like a cook for when Celine's not there, and a physical real bartender, and maybe like a little bus person or something. Maybe, I don't know if you want security, whatever. It's all just kind of bundled into that 60 gold pieces a week. And so you guys would have to split that if you are losing money that week. You'd have to pay, or you'll be making money. Now, that roll that you just rolled, Pog, will be for... You guys just opened the bar, so you've only been open for 2 days. So you have the opportunity for this week to still do, to participate in one of the in the summer solstice or dragon down.
So you can roll with advantage then.
Yeah, if you guys decide that you want to do something about Dragon Down. So Dragon Down has parades. So if you guys wanted to promote your tavern like in that parade somehow, maybe make a float or whatever, I don't know. Or sponsor a float or something like that, sponsor something for the parade. These are the kind of decisions that you guys would make, and that's why I did a few weeks out. Um, or you don't have to. This is just something that you have the opportunity to do. Now, if you didn't want to do anything like that and do the work to do that, then you could just decide, I want to go work on my training, which would be whatever crafting or skill that you guys had chosen and started working on. You could instead spend that time to do the training and train up instead. That makes sense? Did anybody have any questions
think so.
far? Am I making it too
So
No, I'm
I
good.
do have a quick
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Well, since and I don't know how long it's going to take me to do and set up, so you can let me know about when I could set up my shop, and then the time that I don't spend there. The way I was figuring it is because I know it's integral to the storyline and whatever, that we're all spending time together in the inn and doing stuff so I could actually, run the shop, open it, open and run it until a certain time, and then I could come back, and then whatever, if these guys needed me to do something or whatever to help out with the tavern, I'm totally willing to do that, and I could just have somebody else work the thing too. And also too, it just kind of occurred to me when we were talking about it, maybe that some of the older orphans could maybe work as apprentices, so it could actually give them a trade if they're kind of aging out of the thing and they don't have anything to do. We could take them on as apprentices in the tattoo shop if that was something that would work out.
Child labor. Child labor.
Oh, there's going to be child labor no matter what. We got a 12-year-old going to be coming with us on an adventure. What's family services going to think about that?
She's
But
in
11
care of her uncles.
But is that
And
actually
aunt.
child labor if we're not paying her to come with us?
Child endangerment.
Child slavery. Child slavery.
Internship.
So I don't know if he's still on the line. I gotta look. No, he's gone.
No, he said he
Um,
bounced off.
Yeah, so so the way he was gonna work it out, I don't know if he wanted to do the whole role-playing bit or not. But the next time Pog goes up to the Temple of Tyr, for whatever, because you actually have to go there like once a month, Pog, on the first day of the month, because that's like I don't know. All the Temple of Tyr worshippers have to go congregate and do their monthly mass or whatever. But you would see
Understood.
Patton. Yeah, you'd see Patton there, and he would tell you about the orphans and what he's been running and taking care of. Like he's getting them there like a separate building. And one orphan in particular, her parents went down into the dungeon of the Madmaid, into the yawning portal, and they have been missing and were declared basically dead, but they're just MIA. But they're believed to be dead, and she doesn't think that they are, so she keeps sneaking away and trying to get down there, but she keeps getting caught like by Durnan or whoever at the yawning portal before she gets a chance to get down there. But she keeps like running away from the orphanage to go down there to try to find her parents. So he was going to ask you, or he was going to find out once you guys had your adventure hooks for this, so I'm kind of skipping ahead. Once you guys have your adventure hooks and decide to go down there, he was going to ask you if you wouldn't mind taking her, because he'd feel more comfortable if she's going to try to get down there. It would be better if she went with people who he trusted or that were, trustworthy, and that would be you guys, like, because she's determined to get down there. So if she's gonna go, she might as well be with people who are capable, kind of thing. Anyway,
Are
Hey,
you
Trin, can you let them like role play that
yeah,
rather than explaining the entire thing?
yeah.
Please tell me her dad's Bob Dole.
No, mm-mm. No. But yeah, that's gonna be coming up. So I'll let them sort of work all of that out when that time comes. Um, but yeah, that's not why, like, she's not just gonna be like schluffed off on you guys, like, here, take this orphan to live with you randomly. Like he worked out a little bit of a story of that. So, but the rest of the orphans are probably too young, maybe, to like
No, I
do
just thought
working.
I wasn't sure.
They're like
No,
8,
no, I wasn't.
9,
I would
10.
right. No, I wasn't looking at that. But obviously, with an orphanage, age they change and they'll start aging out. And I was just going to give them an opportunity rather than just go on the street and whatever. Just like back in those days, kids, young kids started apprenticing pretty, relatively young and learning a skill or something like that. So whatever, I could find an adult. It doesn't matter to me. I just kind of thought about a teenage one that's going to kind of be aging out of the orphanage, perhaps, and that could work out too. But it doesn't have to be from the orphanage. It just was an idea.
Yeah,
It
no.
wasn't a very good orphanage.
I wasn't sure.
Maybe those kids that were older were sent to the salt mines or the dock ward.
That could have been.
Yeah, we'll find you an orphan. It's fine.
It doesn't have to be an orphan. But
Tell me, what kind of child do you like? That's
All right.
wrong, Tren. Wrong.
So it is yeah, so it's the 19th of Kai Thorn. It is the day before summer solstice. It's the day after you guys got the vault and got everything back to the lords and the open lord, and you guys have been paid your many lovely monies. Your bar has been open for 2 days now. You're actually on your third day, and it's like later morning, and
time to go shopping.
at a very fancy, very well dressed human woman walks in the bar downstairs. Is anybody downstairs in the morning? Do you guys hang out down there?
I mean, I
Shalene
usually have breakfast
is
down there.
only in her room for like 4 hours and then goes downstairs and starts doing random stuff downstairs.
Okay. You guys don't know this woman, but she comes in and she asks for Albrecht. Is Albrecht
Hold on,
downstairs?
let me go get him. Do. Knock, 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 knock.
I slowly stumble out of bed.
Knock,
What?
knock, knock, knock.
What?
Somebody's here to see you.
I'll be
They're
down
downstairs.
shortly.
I'll make them
be
some
down
pancakes.
shortly. So I take a good 15 to 20 minutes getting ready and make my way downstairs.
Celine makes pancakes and eggs.
Okay, as you walk downstairs, Albrecht, you get this like whiff of a scent that you've known your whole life, and you immediately know that your mother is here. It's her perfume.
Mom,
Darling, how are you? Look at this place. It's adorable.
thank you, thank you. What brings you to our fine establishment today?
Well, I don't know if you have had the chance to read the newspaper, but the entire household of the Castlanters have vanished. And
Vanish.
last night there was a huge fire in their estate, but no bodies. Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting. Do you think they were doing, we'll say, playing with fire?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Well,
they had to hide their tracks. That's what I think. And I don't think they'll be showing their faces back in Waterdeep anytime soon. But I just wanted to let you know and keep you up and up on the gossip. It's all over the newspapers.
well, thank you. Yes, that is very interesting.
I thought so. I'm going to have the butler drop your little package off tomorrow, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay, your pastries.
Wonderful.
All right, darling, I've got to go. I have tea with some of the ladies. And she like kisses you on your cheek and sort of like waves to everyone else like, "Goodbye, folks." And then she exits.
Well, aren't you just a little mommy's boy?
You would be too if your mother paid for what my mom has.
I don't know who my parents are.
I'm in the same boat. I do not know who my parents are either. But I do gotta say, that lady's got some nice hips. She really fills out that dress.
That is my mother you're speaking about.
I'm just saying, I mean, I appreciate the view, that's all.
And what happened to you? You didn't get those genes.
Is she, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not very well known with you group. How is your father doing, I got to say?
Well, he's getting plenty of rest these days.
With a woman like that, I'm sure he's spending a lot of time in bed. Ha ha ha.
Not that kind of rest. And Celine kind of gives him a quiet down look.
You guys are free to do whatever you would like to do today.
Let's go shopping.
I think that's a fantastic idea. Finishing my cup of coffee, I'm ready to go.
Okay, so it's Celine and Clash. Anybody else?
I have a couple stops I would like to make.
Okay. Pog or Albrecht?
I am going to go shopping as well, specifically for the list of items I sent you.
Okay. Okay, so are you guys gonna go like as
Real
a
quick,
group?
we have a festival like in the next couple of days, right?
Tomorrow, yes.
Tomorrow? Okay. Which means a lot of the merchants are going to be showing up from around the area. Let's go shopping, y'all.
Sounds good to me.
Hey guys, does anybody know anybody that does skywriting? I was
Why,
thinking
yes,
maybe we
we
could make
do.
a billboard across the sky for the bar tomorrow. I have spent the last 10 years inside Waterdeep, and I have seen many a festival on Dragon Dawn. And I know that there are many things to happen and see and people to do and things that going on.
The only thing I got is that's anything entertaining is dancing lights. I don't think that's going to draw anybody to the tavern. That's the extent of my illusionary magic or bringing somebody to other than doing damage to something.
I think Albrecht knows somebody, yes?
Yeah, we had Vashra do it for us for our
That's
grand
great.
opening.
Yes. You could go back to the Blackstaff Tower and request that. Normally it would be 50 gold, but because you have some renown with them, you'll get it for half price. So it would be 25 gold for you guys.
Okay,
I'm sure we could
one
probably purchase some
second.
fireworks too, somewhere.
I heard of this thing before called a wand of pyrotechnics. I'm sure that it shoots out globes of fire and stars. Maybe we could get a couple of those and put them up on the roof and have some kids shoot them off or something.
I don't know how economically feasible that might be. I'm sure they're not cheap.
Yeah, I
Kids,
don't know
I'm
if
sure you
we're
can find
gonna
them
Not
get.
like
anywhere.
we're broke. And Celine just stares at you.
Yeah, you guys each maintain your own money. I don't know how you want to work out the tavern's um, cash box. I guess that's a Pog question. He's your accountant.
So to take out money?
So you're gonna have to pay possibly 60 gold pieces each week, depending on your rolls. Um, and then anything that you guys do that like any monies that you spend, you could spend it out of your own personal pockets or however you want to maintain it for like extra stuff like the skywriting because that's going to cost money. If you buy any pyrotechnics, that's going to cost money, like that kind of stuff. So I don't know how you guys want to work that out or if
Well,
you're just splitting.
I suggested having uh, a cash backup, but nobody wanted to contribute to it. That's how I would have done it. That was
Celine
suggested
did.
last week. Yeah, I know Celine was in, but nobody else wanted to contribute to it. That would be the easiest way.
I
And
was
then you don't
in.
have to think about it at all. Otherwise, I'm going to have to divide it by however many people are here every single week. And if people aren't here, we're going to have to keep tabs of how much they owe us.
Azif was in. He gave you his money.
Well, we didn't take any, but my suggestion was, what was it total? Like 10,000 gold each or
Yes, it
something?
was. Everybody would keep 10,000, and the rest of the money would go to the tavern.
Yeah, which I think was what, like 5,000 gold total or less than that
It
even?
was 7,714 gold each after the 10,000.
What was the total amount of gold?
75,000 gold.
Yeah, you're right. It was going to be 714 each. That's right. So
Yes.
everybody was walking away with 10K, and the 714 each was going to go to the tavern. But
Except Albrecht, because he's not willing to give us money.
He said, "Wizarding is expensive."
You can take Patton's 714. Just go ahead and take it.
I don't mind doing whatever. I just didn't want to be, because we were latecomers, and so I didn't want to feel like we're intruding on your hard work and your business that you guys have already built, that you put together. So, and it's not ours in the sense of, we just got here. So that's why I didn't know what was going on. So whatever you guys, I'm in for whatever you guys plan on doing or whatever. And like I said, I'm going to manage, my own thing, but I don't mind doing whatever you guys need or help or whatever. I'm in for whatever you guys decide. It's fine with me.
all right, well, it's all or nothing. So Albrecht, you're either in or we're not doing it.
I'm in. You can take 713 from me.
Does anybody know the way to the Golden Stitch? I would like to see about getting us maybe suits or some kind of regalia to wear on the bar on tomorrow's day.
I have no idea.
Sorry.
So we were talking about how we're going to manage money for the inn.
Yeah, and I'm selfishly keeping all of mine.
Yeah, so we were going to use 5K to pay for everything, and Trin was asking how we were going to do it. So we could have paid everything out of the cash fund, but if we don't have it, we will have to divide out every single time, anytime we want to pay for anything for the inn.
So wait, what are we spending 5K on?
You're only spending 714 out of your 10,714 gold. Each of us is putting in 714, which gives the inn 5,000 gold to use. So as we're trying to do things like somebody was suggesting skywriting, or if we're going to sponsor a float or whatever, we would just do that. Otherwise, we have to every time divide it out of every single person's purse and do it that way. But the way you normally run a business is you have a cash reserve, which makes it a lot simpler.
Like petty cash drawer.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put in 714 for a petty cash.
All right. Well, then that solves that problem.
All right, so you've got 714 from 7 people.
It's 5K. So now, whatever you want to do, we can pretty easily do.
Cool. We're waiting on Mama Hen to get back.
I have deducted that from my thing, so it's in the pot, my 714.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I never left it. I never put it in the first place. I gave it to Leif.
So our gold was 10,714, so that means we should just have an even 10,000.
Yep.
Plus whatever you had in your pocket beforehand.
I don't think he had anything. He spent it all.
No, I had 200.
Oh.
I was going to ask, so what do you guys think as far as what's still available or what's needed to help out around the tavern then too? Because I don't mind I wouldn't mind bartending, but if you already have somebody doing that, I could do something else.
So Celine's a brewer. She doesn't do the bartending. We have Liff here. That helps, but he doesn't actually bartend.
He's a poltergeist.
Yeah. So Celine does the cooking when she's around, obviously. Pompey does the entertainment. Albrecht does tarot card reading.
Chicken's accounted for.
Pog is our our accountant. That's really about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking up some, bartending. I have actually, that would be a good thing for me anyways, because I have the face part of it being the 18 charisma, so I could help out with that aspect of it too. And when I'm not down at my tattoo shop, I could be working behind the bar. You guys don't mind.
You could be the maître d'.
Fine too. For all 4 tables, or
For everything.
Okay.
Don't forget the 3rd floor. We have Pompey's entertainment room.
So we decided how we were handling the cash.
Okay. Cool. What are you doing?
Everybody's
Albrecht
putting in
agreed.
700.
Yeah. So we got 5K in the bank for the
714.
Yep, 5K in the bank, and I have started the ledger.
Okay. So you're just gonna keep track of that, like off to the side kind of thing.
Yeah, I have a Google spreadsheet that if anyone cares, I can share it later.
Sure.
Good job, Mr. Ledger.
That's great. Okay, so you guys were getting ready to go shopping?
Shopping.
Okay.
Got to get the early deals before they sell out.
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday.
Yeah. Well, this is like pre-Black Friday.
Do you play any music? I have heard you sing before, but I've never seen you play.
You listen to me sing?
Yeah, you hum every now and then.
No, I'm not a performer like that. I don't play instruments, and I generally don't sing in public. So
there's a very nice entertainment bar upstairs that Pompey runs. Maybe you could do some of that karaoke. I have heard about.
Clash would be doing karaoke, but in his own room by himself, like dancing and singing by himself, but like there's nobody else around. That's his style.
So you're dancing with yourself? Okay, I understand. Is it safe to be walking around the street with all this gold pieces, or maybe they will take banknotes? I'm not sure. I've never had this much money before.
I think we each have like a wagon behind us or something because it weighs like
Wheelbarrow.
I'm
Celine
sure
is Celine's hauling a wagon.
Celine probably would have rented a wagon because she couldn't haul a wagon.
It was a big ass joke.
She weak.
Celine, your ass is not big, I have to say.
Oh, there it goes Azif again, always hitting on the ladies.
It is not. I'm just saying what Mr. Garibaldi told me. I mean, I'm like, his extension.
Did I hit you with a 15?
Negatory, Pigpen.
Aren't you lucky? I faked a slap.
Did I notice a wink?
There's no winking here.
So 50 coins weigh 1 pound, and we'll just say that you guys have it in platinum. So you're carrying 20 pounds, which is a lot, but you can carry that much.
Okay. I have something I must confess to everybody. I spoke to my god recently, and I changed. Well, I kind of worked on our deal with him, and I can't use this stuff anymore. I have a few things if anybody would like to have them. Otherwise, I will sell them, or we can just hang them on the wall, to be honest. But I have this longsword, this warhammer, and this glaive that I can no longer use. If anybody's interested, they are simple weapons for a simple man.
The longsword, maybe. I have to look at. What do I? Oh, I have a longsword. Never mind.
No, thank you. My fists are all I need.
Anybody would like these? I mean, I can just hang them on the wall. That way, we can have weapons on display in case we
cool.
need them.
Make sure we
Good idea.
get a plaque with a name for them.
Yes, I will leave that to somebody very smart and intelligent to come up with some name for these. I have always liked Darnan's sword behind his bar, I must say. So I lay the long sword, the glaive, and the warhammer behind the bar, and lay them on underneath the bar for future use. But I put them out of the way so nobody trips.
I unfortunately can't really use any of that, but I appreciate your generosity.
Let's go shop. Where do we go first?
So you guys know that not too far away in oh shoot, I forgot about these these things on this map.
And there's our giant
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Ah, I'm moving the
We're
giant.
destroying the city.
You guys live in the North Ward, right up here in Troll Skull. And over in the Seaboard, there are a couple of shops that you are familiar with. The first one that you come across has a sign outside that says "Make it so," but spelled SEW. And in the window of this store, it looks like there's cloaks and like cloth, more robes, cloaks, things like that. They do have some slippers, if you guys wanted to go in.
I would like
I would like
to
to go in there.
Okay, so you walk in, and it has this like aroma. You don't know what it is, but it smells great. Very Abercrombie and Fitch smelling. That like they have this like just really cool scented, uh, I don't know, burning incense or something that smells amazing. Maybe some sandalwood or something. Um, and there's a high elf woman there, and she says, "Come
What's she high on?
in." She says,
Hi, elf. I'm trying to get my voice on because I wrote
Psychic damage.
yeah, I wrote actual like people that I wanted to try to voice imitate, and I don't know, this is probably gonna come off really terrible. Welcome, welcome to Make It So. I'm Ephemora, Ephemora TB. How can I help you? You can call me Ephem.
Hello, Lady
Hello, my
Ephraim.
lady. I would like to inquire. I've heard about this fabric called Pride Silk. Do you actually have some of that here that we could make an outfit of?
Pride silk. I'm not real familiar with that, but let me check back in the back. Help yourself. Look around. We've got cloaks over there, robes over there. Just kind of look around. I'll look up that pride silk real quick. And she kind of like walks in the back. Um, and I don't know what pride silk is. I was
I
totally
thought
unprepared for
I thought
that.
you had some. I thought you had some with your last character, with when we did Dungeons of the Magic Mage. I thought that you were the one that came up with that, so made me think about it, and then I actually found it on the list. It's actually like a lot of nobles and stuff use it. It's a really high quality silk, but it actually gives you an armor class of 11 as opposed to 10 your regular, so it gives you one. Doesn't add +1, it just adds you. It works as like an 11, having 11 armor class.
That could have been Colleen. I'm not sure. I don't
I
remember
could have
that.
sworn it was your character because she was
Oh.
so into the dresses, and I thought you had mentioned it. Maybe I thought, but when I was looking on the list and I saw it on there, like, oh,
We're
cool,
getting
'cause
off track. We're getting off track.
that you could purchase it and make a suit. So
We're getting off track.
I am
I'm
looking
a
for
suit.
a phase silk, phase spider silk, or a robe of useful items.
Okay, she comes back from the back and she's like, Pride Silk is used in a lot of the stuff that we've got. But as far as your robe of useful items, I actually do have one of those. These are kind of pricey, you know. Um, and she walks you over and you see this robe and it's got all these patches on it. And she says, "This one's an 8 patch. Um, Not exactly sure. I think you pull the patches off and you get special things they put inside of them. I'm not exactly sure, but the pockets are pretty useful too. They've got pockets all over them. This one goes for about 14,000 gold pieces."
That is a little bit out of my price range, I got to say. Do you know how these are made? That's why I was looking for the phase silk from phase spiders.
No,
I have a good relationship with spiders.
no, honey, we get these imported.
Very well, very well. I will keep looking around and thank you very much.
No problem. And hmm. You do see there are a couple of different cloaks. There's actually 2 cloaks here that are matching. They look almost identical. And she sees you looking at them And she says, "Oh, those are cloaks of elven kind. They're very useful.
And how much are those?
Those are 5,000 gold pieces each. Um, but if you were willing to take the set, I might be able to give you a little deal."
And what's the? You mean take both of them?
Yeah.
And how much would the deal be?
Well, I could give them both to you for 9,000.
Is anybody else looking for a cloak?
No.
Not at the moment.
I don't know if 2 cloaks would work.
All right, well, if you want just one, it's 5,000. And then we've also got
What are
these,
the properties of that one that you are holding? It is very pretty, I got to say.
the cloak of elven kind.
Well, the one that's in your hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's well, while you wear it, the hood up, any perception checks to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks. Uh, and it's for flavor. The cloak's color shifts to camouflage you, but pulling up the hood or down, putting it up or down requires an action. So perception checks against you have disadvantage. Stealth that you make has advantage. So it makes you extra stealthy. Where am I? And then she says, "I've got these beautiful gloves too. These are these are really good for making I don't know if you have need of a steady hand. These gloves, they're so beautiful." And she's like holding the gloves out and sort of like laying them over her hands to sort of present them to you, and they're gloves of thievery.
Yeah, those were. I was interested in those, and now I'm actually dependent because of our new party member. I'm not sure if they're going to be necessary, but I might come back for them. But I do like them. I'm interested. I would like to do a little bit more shopping around.
No problem. Um, these right here.
If you do have one of these outfits, Pride Silk outfits, I definitely would purchase that.
Yeah, you'll have to come back on that one.
Okay.
I do see slippers in the window. Do you happen to have boots of elven kind?
No, you'll have to go to a cobbler probably for the boots.
I understand
Would
the
you
cobbler.
have a cloak of protection here?
Let me check. Oh, I do. I do have one right back here. Here you go. And she brings out the cloak, and she said, "This one's only 4,000 gold."
I will
Gold.
take the cloak of protection.
All right. Would you like me to package this up for you, or are you gonna put it on here?
Oh, you can absolutely gift wrap it for me. That
I
would be wonderful.
All right, I'll be right back, honey. And she takes it in the back and like has like really pretty paper that they would like package it up in, but it's like a maroon colored paper. And she brings it back out to you, gift wrapped. And she said, "All right, that'll be 4,000 gold pieces, please. We do take platinum too."
I pay her, and I've already taken it out of my inventory.
Alrighty.
All right, that'll be 4,000 gold pieces, please. We do take platinum too. And I pay her, and I've already taken it out of my inventory. All right, that'll be 4,000 gold pieces, please. We do take platinum too.
Alrighty. All right. Oh, she said we normally don't sell hats, but I do happen to have this one hat, and she brings you over and shows you the hat of disguise. She says, we don't normally stock hats. We leave those to the haberdasheries. But this one just came in, and it's very pretty. Apparently, you could use this to really change the game on your looks. And it's a hat of disguise.
And how much is it?
This one's 6,000.
Okay, I might be back for it. I'm just gonna check around and see what else is out there before I spend literally all of my money in one place.
You got it. All right. So, are you guys done in the?
Yeah. Before we leave, how much were the gloves of thievery?
6,000.
Okay. All right. I will think about that.
Okay. All right. So you guys head out, and you're walking. You're walking down, and you're gonna find there is there is a place called the Potions 11. It's like a potion store in the Seaboard.
Very nice.
Do
Their
what?
last shop, Maroon 10, did not work very well.
Yeah. And then most of your shopping experience, you'd have to go down into the trade boards or the trades board. So that's where you're going to find a lot more stores and stuff. So, are you guys going to head down to the trades board?
Yes, I am specifically looking for any store that looks like it sells rings or racers.
Yes. Got
I
it.
am looking for weapons and a staff ring and armor.
Okay. So,
I'm along for the ride.
Kind of the same.
yeah.
Oh, and I would like to know if he passed any kids, like groups of teenagers. Just as a side note.
Groups of teenagers?
Yeah, like kids hanging around, not doing nothing, like kind of loitering.
Awkward.
Yeah, you'd find that. You'd find that more south. So as you get towards the trades ward, there are like small 2-3 groups of 2 or 3 teenagers kind of around. They're not as ruffian looking as you would find if you went down to the southern ward or the dock ward.
I just want to go over to him and go, "Hey kids, listen. How if I give you guys like a couple gold pieces, do you think you could like go around the city and like paint, like a little bit of graffiti here and there about something has to do with Dragon's Day specials at the Dueling Bears?"
We gonna get fined a lot of money.
We didn't do it. It wasn't us. It was a bunch of kids. Them damn kids.
And the kids kind of look at you awkwardly like, you know what the fines are for that, buddy?
What do you think? I'm a cop? Think I'm a narc? Huh?
No, but you know the
No, I think
code
Well, let
legal.
me ask you this. Guru Puddle, is there anybody that we have in a competition with in the Dueling Bears? Does anybody know any other bars besides the Yawning Portal?
Not that we're aware of.
Okay, never mind. I just give the kid 3 gold each and tell their friends to visit the Yawning Portal on Feast Day or on Summer Dawn, Dragon Dawn.
So how much gold is that, or is that coming out of your own pocket?
No, it's coming out of my own pocket.
Okay.
How many kids am I giving 3 gold to?
3 of them.
3? Okay, 9 gold.
Is it Shift Z that makes it pop up for you guys? I'm trying to. What's the
For what?
hotkeys for an art handout to like pop up in front of you?
If you open it up, there should be a button to click show to
Oh,
players.
there
Are
we
you
go.
doing the code legal?
Yeah.
I have that. I have that.
I
Okay.
posted in chat the one thing that would probably affect it.
Okay. So you guys are walking along the high road and you see a shop sign that says Tier 1 Imports, General Goods.
Nice.
Do you want to go in? They look like they have jewelry. They look like they have kind of a little bit of everything in this
I
particular
do want
shop.
to check, but is it? You said tier 1?
Yeah, Tier 1 Imports.
Is it tier as in TYR or TIER?
TIER. But it's like a Tier 1 Imports, but Tier 1 Imports.
I know, but I was just wondering, like, it was a pun either way,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
just had to know which pun it was.
Is I heard that place is grossly overpriced. You should go to the witch store.
Because if it was tier with a Y, I would expect it to be protection themed because
Right.
he's the god of armor. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't they go out of business?
Yeah, I think they're going bankrupt.
okay. I'm going in.
All right, you guys go in and you
Frankenbob!
no, you see a
Oh, no
gnome,
Frankenbob?
a gnome kind of behind the counter. There's like rows of or aisles, I guess you would say, of like shelves with all different kinds of stuff on it. And the guy behind the gnome behind the counter, he's like up high on a stool, and he says, "Hey, good, welcome to Tier 1 Imports, man. How you doing? How you doing, folks? My name is Sheesh, and I can help you with anything you need."
Hi, Sheesh. I mean, hi, Cheech.
Sheesh.
I mean, hi, Sheesh. What?
Ha! Sheesh! Ha! Ha! Ha!
And then as like
Sheesh.
they had a little bell on the door for like, when you walk into a shop or whatever. And as you guys are starting to like file into the store, another gnome who is like a twin of the other guy, like walks kind of down the stairs from behind him, and he's like, "Sheesh, um, where did you put that oil?" And she's just like, I don't know, man, not right now. I got some customers." And he's like, "Oh, okay, sorry." And she's just like, "Oh, that don't mind. That's my brother Shong. But if you guys need anything, either one of us can help you."
Excellent. Well, I think we're all on the hunt for something a little bit more than average. So if you could show us what you got, we'd be interested to see what you have to offer.
Yeah. So, we've got I got a handful of scrolls, and I do sell some potions, but I usually leave that to the potion guys or the apothecaries. But I do keep one or two. Um, we've got I got the staff, and we got these rings, and I
What
got
kind
this.
of stash do you got?
It's a staff, and
Oh, staff. Okay, what kind of staff?
he takes you over, um, and he says, this one's kind of pricey, man. It's apparently it helps with like healing people, but it's really expensive, and it's the only one I've ever seen. But it's pretty cool." And he shows you, and it's a staff of healing.
What are we talking about with this mountain?
Well, I mean, the lowest I could probably go is like 13,000.
Seems like a lot for a staff. I mean, if it's the only one you have, how do you know if it even works?
Uh, I don't know, man. I think you got to attune to it or something. And I'm not trying to use up my wares. You know, it's not good to like, you know, use up the business.
So you use, but you do not use your own stuff. I understand. It makes very sense.
What do you got there for the jewelry? Those rings and things. What do they do?
So, yeah, right, and he like has like a display case is like his counter, and in the display case he says, okay, right here, these are a couple of different rings, and then I have this headband, and the headband is like a silver band, and it has like symbols inscribed onto it that would be in the world of Faerun. You These are ancient symbols that you're not really familiar with, but in the real world Earth, these would be like algebraic and calculus symbols. Um, and then the rings, he said, well, this one is a ring of protection, and it's pretty powerful. And then I've got this other one is a ring of mind shielding, and you see this ring, and it has like it's like kind of gaudy because it's a big face on the ring, and it's in carved out like a brain. And then I've got this other one. It's I think this is for evasion. And then let me
What are
see
the prices
here.
on these?
And then I have this amulet.
How much is the ring of protection?
The ring of protection is 3,500 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
Okay. Mm. Oh, you got it.
Do you have another one of those or just one?
Uh, Let me check in the back. Hey, Sean! Sean, come here! And he calls his brother down. He's like, What do you want, man? He's like, go see if we got another one of these in the back. So he's like, oh, all right, all right. So he goes in the back, and a couple minutes go by. He comes back out, and he's like, yeah, I found this one. I also found this other one, and these goggles in the back. Why are these goggles not out? And he's like, I don't know, man. Put them out. And you see these goggles, and they're the goggles of night. And they give you night vision. And then the other ring he has is a ring of regeneration.
So that was a second. There was a second ring of protection, or
Yes,
just a ring of
yes, there was a
regeneration.
second. There was a second one.
How much for the goggles?
Those are 2,000 gold pieces.
I if I'll break if you were not going to purchase that, I was going to take that ring of protection. If you, since you asked about it first, if you would like to purchase it.
I'll let you go ahead and purchase it because I have the cloak and I don't plan on taking a lot of damage, but no, I think it would be better suited for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the ring of protection then.
Okay, that's 3,500 gold, man.
How much was the other two rings? The ring of regeneration and the ring of invasion.
Evasion 5,000, and regeneration. This one's kind of pricey. It's 12,000.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take +1 ring.
Ring of protection.
Ring of protection.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I got this silver band. You put it on your head. I think it makes you smarter. And then I've got this. We've got these other things. They're like these stones. I got 2 of them. I got this blue one and this green one. I think they call them Ioun stones. Um, and you just put them around, like either on a necklace, or I don't know. You could probably keep it in your pocket. And what else do we got?
Tell me about the thing that makes you smarter.
Yeah. So this is the silver band. It's got these weird inscriptions. It's a headband of intellect, and it.
Don't mind me asking, my friend, how much is that?
Which one?
The band of intellect.
The headband. This is 8,000. But no matter how smart you are, this will make you really smart. Almost as smart as you could get. It like bumps up your IQ. It gives you an intelligence score of 19. But it doesn't help you if you're 19 or higher already.
My friend Albrecht, I know that you use magic, correct?
Yes, but I don't think this will make me that much smarter that it would be worth it.
Oh, okay.
So if you are interested in it, by all means, go ahead.
No, I was going to. I know that you already spent some money, and I was going to help fund it for you.
Oh, no, I greatly appreciate that, but I think that it would not be of significant benefit to me. Because if I were to say quantify my intelligence, if I had to put a number on it, I would say it's, maybe 18 out of 20. And I certainly don't think a flat 19 would be that great.
I see. It's like a little bump, but not too much, huh? You guys know about bumps, huh? And bumps elbows with Sheish and Hyong.
Sheesh and Shong. Yes.
Tell me, my friends, these Ioun stones. I like a good set of rocks. What are they do? The green and the blue one.
Yeah, so one of them I think gives you like the ability to like really tell if somebody's being real, you know? Like you can really look at them and tell like what's going on. Um, that's the insight. And then this other one, I think this one is makes it easier to move around. And that's the stone of agility.
What was the first one?
Insight.
Insight.
And he has a couple of these.
Yeah,
Like
because sometimes you got to know if there's a narc around.
yeah, he has like there. It's not just like one stone. Like he has a decent, maybe like 5.
But there are only those 2 varieties.
Yes.
What did those go for?
These are 3,000. But if you wanted to
Actually,
buy a pair, I could probably give you a deal.
I'd be interested in the agility. I am stoned. Anybody else is? What was the other one you said? It was an insight. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go in for the red one, the agility one too.
So if we get 2 of those, what's our deal on those?
Well, alone they're 3,000, but if you're gonna buy 2 of them, I'll give them to you for 5,000 for the 2.
That's 1,000 more.
Yeah, that's not a good deal.
I don't accept that deal.
What? No.
You said 2,000 for 1, 5,000 for 2. I'm not
It's-
spending extra money.
I said 3,000
She said
for
three.
1 or
Now you
5,000
said
for
2.
2.
Yeah, so I definitely heard 2.
Same.
Well, 3,000 for 1 or 5,000 for 2.
I mean, if you are.
I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, sounds good.
Which one's? Oh, yeah. Just pick either agility or insight because he had enough that you could have either whichever one you want.
So I just bought the Ring of Protection for 3,500. Any chance I could get those goggles for 1,500? Make it an even 5,000 for the 2 items.
Make a persuasion check.
I pat you on the back and say, "My friend, let it be with you," and I give you bless.
He he says, "Yeah, man, absolutely." And you know what? You guys are buying so much. I'll even throw in one of these healing potions.
All right.
Sorry,
So-
not bless guidance.
Yeah, he got an 18. He's got pretty good persuasion. So you can add just a regular potion of healing and the goggles of night, and then your ring of protection
Got it. Thanks.
for 5k. And then what else? And then you guys got your iron stones. I guess
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to take.
yeah, just I guess split it 2,500 each. So
I already did. I'm just going to figure out which one I want.
Trying to see. We've also got
Definitely use that Dex.
do what?
No, it's like I definitely needed that Dex one's great for me.
I've also got these stones, and they're pretty interesting. Let me tell you about them. So you keep one, and your friend keeps the other one, and then you can talk to him when you're really far away. But you have to have the other stone.
I have heard of these before. They use them whenever we go on missions for the Temple of Tyr.
Yeah.
They're used by the city watch too, I've heard.
What do those run?
Let's see. These are 3,000. And then I've got this vial of oil, and let's see. It's really interesting because if you use this, I know it looks kind of gross. It's like he holds up the vial, and it's like black and thick, sort of like oily looking. And he says, this could actually, it doesn't look like much, but it can cover like a medium or small creature and all their stuff. And if you like can't move very fast, it kind of like makes you slippery so that you have ability to move faster for like 8 hours. And it's an oil of slipperiness. And what else we got? We got this drift globe, and it this was pretty cool. It's if you want like light or you need some like actual daylight, you can just speak into it and it makes daylight. And what else we got? Oh, we got this really cool belt. It's this might be something that you guys might be interested. I don't know. Uh, but you put the belt on, and I know you can't have like a lot of these same things because if you've got one on, I think you know you can only wear so many at one time. But this belt gives you really good constitution. It also, if you are hanging out with dwarves, it's got like a cool little dwarf face on it, so uh, you know you have like advantage on persuasion with dwarves if you're interested. Also, it makes you grow a beard. I think you also have some resistance to poison damage and dark vision.
Pretty good belt.
Hmm. Yeah, it's the belt of dwarven kind. Um,
What does that thing run?
what does it run?
Yeah.
8,000. It's increases your constitution by 2 to a max of 20. You have advantage on persuasion with dwarves. You have a 50% each day of growing a full beard if you're capable of growing one, or a visibly thicker one if you already have one. And if you are not a dwarf, you also get dark vision. You can speak, read, and write dwarvish, and you have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. Let's see what else we got. I do have some of these beads. Um, you look like a praying man. Do you need any necklace, like any prayer beads? Cause I've got these right here. This one necklace. I only have one, but it has the full 5 beads on it, and I think this one's for curing.
I do sometimes find myself in the need of a cure. How much for the prayer beads?
Uh, this one has 5, so it's 5,500.
Very
You
well.
by
That
chance,
sounds okay to me.
do you by chance have any hand wraps for fisticuffs by chance?
Hand wraps, hand wraps. Uh, what kind are you looking for specifically?
Ones to make one stronger?
Sorry. Uh,
I was like, who's dinging here?
me. Um,
Is somebody coming in the door? Is that the bell for the door?
yeah, yeah. That's like some other people are coming in. Uh, is there like a specific magic item?
I sent it as you message in Discord.
Oh. Oh. Um, yeah, I think I do have something like that. Hang on a second. And he goes back. He's like, I'll be right back, but take a look at right over there. That those those 2 trinkets right there. That one is a feather token, and the other one is a figurine of wondrous power. And you just look at those. I'll be right back. And he walks back in the back, and you see on the counter there's a feather token, and it's a whip feather token. If you're not familiar with those, they're on D&D Beyond. Uh, sorry. And depending on the different types, they have different types of feather tokens, and then they also have different types of figurine of wondrous power. And he's got the whip for the feather token and the onyx dog for the figurine of wondrous power. If you guys are interested in either of those. Um, um, And he comes back out and he's like, I do have these reps. These are supposed to make you pretty strong or like make you hit really, really hard. And uh they're green. Don't mind the color. I think they were supposed to be to like they're supposed to be like camouflaged for orcs because orcs use them mostly. Or, I'm sorry, not orcs, ogres. Ogres use them mostly. And they're wraps of ogre power instead of gauntlets of ogre power.
Orcs. Okay.
I don't know why I said orcs. Ogre. I got like 17 windows open. I'm like, ah. Yeah.
How much for those?
Those. I just had that up. 9,000.
Holy smokes, Batman. Okay. Well, I can't afford that. I'm not
Well,
that rich.
Your friends are buying a lot here. I might be able to cut you a deal. You guys gonna buy anything else?
Well, I did buy the
Ironstone.
Stone of Agility from you.
You wouldn't happen to have any exotic spell books or interesting spell books.
We don't have any spell books. I do have a couple scrolls.
What spell scrolls do you have?
I have a scroll of see invisibility. This one's only 350. I've got the scroll of heroism. It's 160. Scroll of flame arrows. That one's 550. And scroll of non-detection is 550.
I will take the first scroll you mentioned, the scroll of see invisibility.
350.
And you said that was only 350?
Yeah.
Yeah. What level spell is that?
I think that's second.
Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Okay. And then yeah,
I'd like to inquire. Do you have? Oh, sorry. Do you have anything that can carry stuff that makes stuff really light, so you can capacities like either a bag or a sack or even a quiver for weapons or something that could carry a large capacity but does not add weight to you. Have anything of that?
Unfortunately, we don't at this time, but you're always welcome to come back because we always get new stuff in all the time. So if you happen to be back down maybe next week or something, you could always check back in.
Sounds good.
Can you repeat what that belt was?
Yes, it is the Belt of Dwarven kind.
You wouldn't need the goggles then.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I'll put it in the chat in Discord.
My friend, this prayer bead necklace. Do you know what the prayers with the beads are?
All of them are.
I see on this little tag here. It says they could be different things.
Yeah, this particular set of prayer beads is all. It's all cure.
Cure. Okay, very well.
How much was the belt?
The belt was 8,000.
Does anybody have extra money that I can borrow and pay you back?
How much do you need, my friend?
1,500?
Very well. Here you go.
Why, thank you. I'll pay you back. It's Sheesh, right? Sheesh is the one that we're
Mhm.
talking to.
Yes.
Sheesh, since I bought the Ion Stone from you, may I have the wraps for 8,500 gold?
Yeah, I think we can do that. Yeah.
Why, thank you. I'm glad we could make a deal.
I mean, it's a pleasure doing business with you guys.
Yeah, I think I'm good for now.
Okay.
Does any... So Celine pulls out the stone and says, does anybody want this?
The
The
stone.
Stone of Galore.
Oh,
Is there any use for it anymore?
You get... Wait, one.
legend
You
lore.
can cast Healing Word and Legend Lore.
Healing word?
What?
Healing Word. That was the minor beneficial.
Oh.
I feel like that stone may be trouble. I almost think we should try to take it to Vashra and have her seal it away.
Okay.
I don't trust it.
Maybe she could take it in trade of some other kind of magical item.
That's maybe a good idea. Legend lore always comes in handy too when you get stuck. But if it does have some other consequences that could be a problem later on.
Doesn't it
Interesting.
talk? Doesn't it talk to you? I don't know if I trust. Wait, didn't I cast a spell and learn something about it? Or am I metagaming?
No, you did.
No, you did. You cast Identify.
Yep,
You learned all about the stone.
And isn't there something like bad trapped inside, or did I make that
Yeah,
up?
hold on. I'll read it.
Aboleth.
It's on the thing. Yep,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
an
Yeah,
aboleth
yeah.
inside.
So I feel like if we're gonna keep it, we should deal with the aboleth. But
Or do you lose the power of the legend lore then if that happens?
Yep.
Well, then you'd probably be better off trying to get maybe you can get some money out of it and it get you something else that you might need.
If Vajra would trade for maybe a weapon that the Blackstaff Tower has, a magical weapon could come in more handy.
Hey, Sheesh. How much would you pay for this Stone of Galore?
I don't know. Hang on. Let me go get Shang. He's the one who can like identify stuff. Give me 1 second. And he goes to get his brother and brings his brother back in, and he's like, do you mind if I hold it for a few minutes?
Sure.
Okay. So he's casting Identify to get all the same information that you guys have. And he, after about 10 minutes, he's like, nah, man, I don't think we want this one. I think there's like some gnarly stuff in here. We're probably not interested in this one.
Okay.
Bad juju.
Let's take it to Vastra and give it to her.
Are you guys all set in here?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I must say to my two new friends here, if you guys are not doing anything in the next couple of days, why don't you bring your friends over to the Dueling Betters? It is a new tavern.
All right. Where is
And
it
please
at?
bring your friends. It is over in what was formerly the Troll Skull Manor. Have you heard of it?
Uh, is that up in like
It is a pretty famous manor.
is that like in like the fancy areas up north?
It is in the northern ward, yes, I must say.
Okay. All right. Yeah, when? When are you?
Tomorrow we are having the Dragon Dawn Festival.
Okay, like after the parades and stuff?
Yes, we will be open for great parties at night.
All right, man. That sounds really good. That's cool. Thank you.
As we walk out, I go, see, guys, it's all about advertising, advertising, advertising.
Yes. All right. So you are back on the high road, and um, you come down to um. Sorry. I'm looking for. Oh, there's a blacksmith shop, and the sign says Smithy Wesson.
I've heard of this place. I think they sell guns here.
And then and then like right next to it is another place, and on the sign it says Bards and Nobles.
I am quite interested to hear what's in Bards and Nobles, being a noble.
Yes. Okay, so you guys, who's anybody going into the smithy?
I am going into the smithy. I'd like to see if he has any kind of armor, breastplates, preferably,
Okay,
or weapons.
okay, and then Albrecht, you're gonna go into Bards and Nobles.
Bards and Nobles, yes.
Got it. All right, it's a bookstore with scrolls and books and all kinds of stuff like that inside. Um, and the guy behind the counter says he's a black dragonborn, and as you walk in, he says, hi, I'm Albert Ligori, but you could just call me Al. And welcome to Bards and Nobles. What can I help you find?
Yes, we're just curious to see if you have any interesting spell books, to include some blank spell books that I could copy my spells over into.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, of course. The blank spell books. We've got a whole bunch of those. These are. Here you go. And you see a bunch of blank spell books, like look like blank binders that you'd find in a college bookstore. And he says, "Oh, these are generally 25 gold for the blank ones. You know, they've got like 100 or so pages in them."
Any interesting properties or anything special about them other than just being blank spell books, or do you have any with any innate properties?
Any innate properties? I do have one. Where did I put that? Just give me 1 second. And he's looking around. And he says, "It's around here somewhere. I think it's the one that. Oh, it's it's waterproof. The pages are like, you know, indoor outdoor sort of thing."
Interesting.
I don't remember what it's called. uh,
So it's made out of rubber.
right. Shoot. I really forget what it's called. There's like an actual name for it, and crap. I'm sorry. Uh, shoot.
That's okay. I'm not terribly interested in a rubber spell book.
It's not. It's not rubber. It's actually in Xanath.
Enduring spellbook?
Yes. Yes.
Was it
Is
Enduring
I
spellbook?
think that's it.
Xanathar's Guide?
Yes, it's in Xanathar's Guide. Yeah, enduring
It's
spell.
immune to damage from fire. Being submerged in water won't deteriorate over time.
Yes, that's the one. Yes. And that one is. Oh, come on. I don't have a price for it. This is stupid. Oh, that makes me mad. I'm so sorry. Loading. Yes. So it would be a blank one. All right. Well, I'm gonna say he'll sell it to you for like 500.
Oh, yeah, I'll buy that.
Okay.
And we'll just say it looks really nice and fancy at least.
Yeah. You could actually make it look however you want.
Okay.
It to look.
Yeah. I'll do that. That'll be nice to have like a, I'm just upgrading my
Mhm.
getting a little name brand.
Yeah, but it's very nice that it can't be damaged by fire or water immersion. So you don't ever have to really worry about that. Okay. And then the blacksmith that you guys walked into, you see a calico tabaxi at a, like in the very back at like a forge kind of thing, and he's working on a sword in particular, and he sees you come in and he sets his stuff down and he kind of walks up to the front, and you see on the walls there's like swords and hammers and shields, and on the other wall, like across from it, he's got some breastplates, some uh, like metal boots. I don't know what they're called. um, and and just armor, like different pieces of armor. And he says, hey, welcome. How you guys doing? Welcome to Smithy Wesson. I'm Will, the smith. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Will Smith. I am looking for a breastplate in particular.
All right.
Aren't you a singer? I seem to remember having seen you somewhere singing before.
Nah, man. I'm
Or
not. I'm
maybe
not.
acting.
No. Just here doing my thing, doing my armor thing.
Getting jiggy with it, probably.
Yeah. I
Maybe
do.
playing b-ball outside of the school one time by the orphanage.
It's probably in the summertime.
I do like summertime. Yeah, cat naps in the sun. It's good. Good stuff. So what kind of breastplate? What are you looking for specifically?
Well, I am looking for just a breastplate to wear, something that'll keep me safe from harm.
All right.
I'm not really sure what you have for options.
What?
I'm not really sure what you got to look for options.
He's got some like +1 armor. Well, it depends on how much money you want to spend. Are you looking for like specific kind of armor? Do you want mithril? Do you want adamantine? Do you want, like what are you looking for here?
I'm actually just looking for a normal breastplate,
Mm-hmm.
and a Cannonball? Have you ever heard of a cannonball? It's like a large wooden club with spikes going down it. That is very heavy, two-handed weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But is considered a great club.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I think we. If I don't have it, I could probably make it, man. Yeah.
That sounds fantastic. And I'm also looking for a sickle. I use one on the City of the Dead where I work, and well, I'm very familiar with its uses. And
Crazy.
if you could hook a brother up with one of those, I'd be very appreciative.
Yeah. Uh, I could do that. Sure. Let me see here. We've got well, um, so do you need anything special about your sickle or your spiky club? Um, or do you just need it like to be plain? Because I've got one.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
you tell me what you have.
All right. So for +1 armor is 1500. +1 shield is also 1500 if you guys are looking for that. +2 armor is 6000. Same thing with the shield. And that's not with any other extra properties. That's just the pluses. And then um, a +1 weapon is going to be 1000, and he can make it however, like to look however you want it. And a +2 weapon is 4000. And you can +3 is like in the double-digit thousands.
I, I, I. How about this? Can you make a plain uh, breastplate that looks like a rib cage?
Yeah, that's gnarly, man. Yeah, but that sounds kind of cool. I could
How
probably.
much would that run me?
What do you want it made out of? Do you just want to like?
Oh,
You want?
just steel, or I guess if you have mithril, I mean, I can maybe put in a order for one in the future for mithril, but right now just mithril, or just regular steel.
Okay. Oops, that's not a. Just steel breastplate is gonna be pretty cheap. Well, relative for you guys. Um, I have. I thought I had it. Uh, yeah. So just steel is gonna be like 200 gold. But if you want me to
That
make it
sounds
out of,
fantastic.
if it's mithril, it'll be 800. If you want me to upgrade to adamantine, it's 500. But I probably have some steel ones in the back if you just want the steel.
Well, let me ask you this: if I get the 2+1 weapons, a cannonbow and a sickle, that is 2,000, and I can get an adamantium for 800. How about the deal on that for all three?
The adamantine was 5. The mithril was 8.
Um, I'm sorry for the mithril.
So mithril for 5?
2,800.
I could do that.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I'll give you the mithril breastplate. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow if you want me to shape it into the bone. You can pick it up tomorrow. Because I don't have a
That
lot of
sounds fantastic.
orders right now, so I could probably get that done for you by tomorrow. But I'll get you those weapons. Actually, if you pick them all up tomorrow, I can have them all done and polished and nice. And yeah, 25. We'll do 2,500.
That sounds fantastic. You have been a great help to me, Mr. Will Smith.
Hey, no problem, man.
I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
What was the price of the +1 armor?
+1. +1 armor is 1,500.
And do you have any interesting long swords or swords in general?
Ah. Oh, dang it. Do you want it to be like +1? Or +2? Or
Plus
just
2 is 4K, right? +1
Yeah.
was 1,000.
Yes.
+1 is fine. Do you have any that have any other interesting properties?
Yeah. Actually, we've got this other one. It's this one, and he pulls out this. I want to look at it. So I can explain it. This one's pretty hardcore. It's this one, if you hit something, not only is it gonna hurt, but whatever you're hitting, it's gonna take some necrotic damage. We call it the Sword of Wounding, and it's it'll every time you hit it, it takes like a little bit extra damage. It's kind of
What's
fancy.
that one cost?
This one's 2,000.
Sold.
Okay.
And other question: do you have adamantine armor by any chance?
Yes, I do. And that is, I think, that'll only run you 500.
Do you have adamantine +1?
I don't know if you can get that, or if that would have to
So
be created,
adamantine armor is just a specific type of armor.
right?
So like if he wanted like plate mail, it would just be adamantine plate mail or full plate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could add a +1 to it.
Yeah. What do you want? Here, go. Here, I'm gonna.
Do you have adamantine plate?
Here, I'm gonna link this for you. So, click on that link, and those are your choices of armor types that you could get, and then what they do for you.
It's a list of random stuff about the dwarven kind, acts of dwarvish lords.
What? No, it should be adamantine armor that I linked.
Oh yeah, that
It says adamantine armor, right?
yeah, it goes to adamantine armor for me.
It didn't, but
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
typed it in. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, so that
weird.
should give you a list of adamantine armor, what it does, like for AC, and whether or not you get disadvantage on stealth, depending on which kind you pick. And the strength just means that that's the minimum amount of strength you need to be able to wear that.
Otherwise, you lose. I think it's 10 walking speed or 10 movement.
Yeah, you're like encumbered.
Yeah. Unless you're a dwarf, then it doesn't matter.
Okay, so
So if you did plate adamantine, it would be 1,500 because that's how much plate costs. Plus 500 for adamantine. Plus, what was it for the plus one you said?
1,500, I think she said.
Plus 1 armor is 1,000. Wait.
All right.
I'm on the wrong page. Plus. I didn't. Armor. 1,500. Yeah, 1,500 for plus 1 armor. And then adamantine's 500. And then what else?
And then 1,500 for the plate, for the actual plate armor.
so 3,500.
3,500.
Because you're doing that, it would make it 3,000.
I'll take it.
Okay.
What do I put in though for equipment? I don't really know.
I'll help figure it out.
Yeah.
Y'all keep shopping. I'll help them figure it out.
All right,
Okay.
and then last question.
Yes.
I have these really cool boots that don't leave any tracks when I walk.
Mm-hmm.
Any interest in purchasing these from me?
Let me take a look at those. And what are they called?
Boots of false tracks.
Oh no. Hmm. Since they're he's gonna look at them and say these are kind of used, but I could probably give you like 200 gold for them.
Did anyone else want those before I sell them back potentially?
What do they do? Just leave false tracks.
Only humanoids can wear these boots. While wearing the boots, you can choose to have them leave tracks like those of another kind of humanoid your size.
That's pretty cool.
Free to a good home.
And you don't have to attune. They're not like attuning. They don't take up an attuning spot. For anybody who doesn't know, you're generally allowed 3 items that are attunable at one time. So if you buy something or find something or win or whatever, something that says that it has an attunement or you have to attune to it, you get a maximum of 3 of those at any one time that you can be wearing or using or attuned to. But these...
Celine had a good suggestion. Maybe they're good for Sora.
Ah, yeah.
So I'll just hold on to them for now, but thank you for the offer.
Yeah, man, no problem.
And I think I'm good.
All right.
Before we leave, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to say, my friend, I'm sorry. I was up looking at this nice half plate that you have up here. Since you're going to have to work on the breastplate anyway to make it look like bones, is there any way I could upgrade to half plate and make up the difference in cost?
Yeah, we could do that.
So how much more would you like? 350? Because that is the difference between breastplate and half plate.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
So it's a half plate mithril armor.
Okay. You might have to, I don't know if it's
Sorry.
gonna, no, it's fine. You might have to, in D&D Beyond, create a special item
Okay.
if they don't have
Because
all of that
the only
in-house.
thing, the difference between them, because that mithril armor doesn't cause advantage, it doesn't cause disadvantage on stealth because it's mithril.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I was gonna try to get the breastplate.
Right. Well, the breastplate shouldn't have disadvantage either.
It doesn't as
Right.
a natural steel one, but if I get it for mithril, then it's because it's lightweight. It doesn't cause disadvantage on stealth checks,
Okay.
and it's the
Got it.
highest you can get on medium armor.
Right.
Which one did you go with?
The mithril half plate.
So if you look up mithril in D&D Beyond to add it, it already has it in there, and you
Okay.
just click add it, equip it, and
Cool beans.
oh, that's
Albrecht,
interesting.
you're in the Bards and Nobles. He's got just about every type of spell scroll that you could want. Um, and because he's a specialist, um, I'll let you know that you probably don't need a level 1 spell scroll because you have all of those. Level 2s are 200, or I'm sorry, 120. And level 3s are 200. But it's just the scroll. So if you'd still have to spend the money to scribe it.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got.
Yeah.
We have a squeaky toy.
And you can't use 4s yet, so I mean you can try if you wanted to buy
Yeah.
a
So
4.
I definitely want. I know. Sorry, we're talking today.
Mm,
I'm gonna buy fly,
okay. So 200.
and for now, I think that's it.
Okay. And then your normal transcription cost that it costs you.
Yeah.
Because wizarding is
Yeah. I'll have to-
expensive.
It is.
Okay. All right. Are you guys all out of money?
I'm completely out of money, and I owe somebody $1,000.
Okay.
I will see you tomorrow, my friend. Please come to the Dueling Bears, where we will have a great party after the parades. And bring your friends.
Hey man, yeah, you got it. That sounds good. That sounds like a lot of fun. I will have to get all my work finished first, but yeah, come back by tomorrow and your stuff will be ready and polished.
Very cool.
Hmm. So
I hope there's a lot of arrows in the next dungeon.
why why?
Don't
'Cause
tell
I
her.
got that fan. Never mind.
Don't tell me. Okay. Oh, right.
I got the shield of arrow caching.
Shield of arrow catching?
Yeah, you gave it to me last session.
Oh yeah. As your item, like your reward from your people.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody got. I tried to make it to where they were all mostly equal in price, so that everybody was getting something that was worth at least the same or very, very close. Okay, so you did your shopping. Um, Go ahead and roll another 1d100 pog. And that'll be your advantage since you guys did a bunch of stuff to. Oh, very nice. For your first
Oh,
week.
thank God.
Yeah. So for your first week in business, let's see, 86. You actually, because it says at the end of every 10-day, which I'm just gonna do it at the end of the day, like 10, 20, 30. I'll have you guys roll on those days. And so this will be the money that you make on summer solstice, or it's the dragon down. So it's technically like tomorrow in game, but that's when you have your big festival. And or when they have the big festival, you guys are gonna spend the money to do the skywriting, and you've been doing a lot of well, Azif has been talking to everybody and paying off kids to tag up the streets.
How much did the skywriting cost?
I think it was 50 gold.
Did we get a scattering from Varja?
Yeah, but she said we could have it for 25
Yes.
from connection.
Yeah, because he's got renown with them. So you get it. That's 25 gold to have him do the skywriting. And then, yeah.
Did we get that from Varja?
Yes. Well, it's not. She's not doing it. It's like
Well, yeah, I
one of her
understand.
apprentices.
One of her people.
Yeah.
Did anybody talk to her about the Stone of Galore, wanting to trade it for anything?
No, not yet. We haven't gone and actually like RP'd that out.
All right. So what does the 86 get us?
The 86. So you roll a 1d10 plus 10, so it's actually 96, which is super great. You guys earn a profit of 3d10 times 5. So roll a 3d10. $15,
75.
15 times 5.
Yeah, that's 75.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Platinum? That's 75 platinum? Sweet.
Gold. Yeah. So that will be your first week's share in the pot. And
75 G's.
yeah.
Okay, the business is at 5,050 gold after our debit of 25 and credit of 75.
There you go. He is a Pog Ledger. And you guys have got your goodies, and we did the maintenance. And now for any kind of crafting. So the calendar. My dog is really freaking out right now. Sorry. After that summer solstice, there is another 10-day where there's no there aren't any holidays or festivals or anything going on the last week of Kythorn. So you guys have the option to do your crafting training. So if you want to spend like the full 10 days doing that, you can add that to your your time allotment, I guess. And the maximum was 8 hours a day. I don't know if you guys have that brought up or not. I probably should.
I'm
bring
at
that up.
88 hours after 10 days.
Where do we keep track of that stuff?
I'm putting it in my notes in my other
Okay.
section.
And so that works for whatever we're practicing on. So I could do that for tattooing.
Yeah, hang on.
88 hours is a lot of kids running around with tattoos, new tattoos, fresh, scabby.
Free tattoos.
I hope they all say, go to the Dueling Bears.
There you go.
All right.
Walking billboards.
That was the promo.
Are you asking how was the promo?
No, that was the promo for the free tattoos. You got to get dueling bears,
Oh yeah.
little dueling bear tramp stamps,
Crap.
and tramp in the original term of tramp, not tramp as in the modern tramp stamps.
Better than barbed wire.
And when I do get my shop open, I'm going to call it Thunderstruck. That's going to be the name of the shop.
Nice.
Thunderstruck Tattoos.
Yeah. So I don't know if you watched our episode where we went over the training and crafting and all that fun stuff, but it does cost money to train unless you find someone to mentor you and you apprentice under them. Everybody's basically picked out their person to go mentor with. And then it's like, I think it was half. I think it costs half the amount if you have someone mentoring you. I have it all written.
I'm working at the Gentle Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to do the full 10 days, but I need to be reminded on what that costs. You said so it's 25, but it's half if somebody's mentoring us. So that would be $125, 125 gold.
Yeah, so to get from level 1 to level 2 takes 10 days and 20 gold pieces. Oh,
I've
that's
got the time. I don't
put
have the money yet.
I put each level. I didn't put daily. So let me look.
Because I was going to say, I don't remember
my crafting stuff.
paying.
I think I only did 2 days so far.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Yeah, it cut it in half. I think it cut the time in half too. Like you got credit for train. Now I'm not remembering.
2 for 1.
Yeah, it was like 2 for 1 if you go to a mentor of some kind, and it cost half as much. So your 8.
So if you do all 10 days, you get 20 days worth of training.
Yes. Yes. But if you do all 10 days and spend 20 gold pieces, you actually level up twice. So you'd go from first to second and then second to third in your level of whatever it is that you are.
Okay, so I'm at 22 days. How much money do I need to spend to get to what level?
So at 22 days, you'd be a third level, and it would cost you 20 gold total. Because
Okay.
it would normally cost you 40, but because you are like apprenticing Vajra, it's cut in half. So 20 total for you.
Would I be able to find an apprentice for me as well too?
Yeah. Yeah, there actually aren't any like official lore-based tattoo shops in Waterdeep, so we'll just make one
There's
up.
this really cool turtle I heard about.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to go down by the dock ward.
Yes, that's where I'm headed.
Yeah, because that's where all the sailors go, and that's where sailors get tattoos. Sailors and Marines, mariners.
Cool. Yeah.
And then Pog, you're just apprenticing with Fala across the street.
Yeah, I remember that. So I'm trying to figure out what that means, though. If I did 10 days, we did 10 days.
Yeah, you guys will do 10 days. You're gonna get 2 levels out of it because you're apprenticing, and it's gonna cost you 20 gold total. And so you'll be a level 3 as well. I think you're on like the same trajectory as Ulbrich and Celine. I think Celine actually has more hours than anybody.
I mean, I guess in theory, yeah, but I wasn't tracking the first few days that we were doing it because we didn't have the crafting. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna stick what we got. So I think most of us probably have like 88 hours now, so that's 11 days.
Mm-hmm. Is there anywhere to put this in D&D Beyond or just under like other?
I put it in notes and then other.
Yeah, okay.
I'm done broke though. I can't even afford the level up.
I can do one level up for it if you want.
I've
got 12 gold.
So
I'll give you a 20 or whatever.
Okay, cool.
So Pog.
That'll be better. So question.
Yeah.
Before you finish that thought, can I level up both brewer and cook, or just one at a time?
I think we were gonna do one at a time, but your brewer is gonna cost less because you have so much wait time.
I'm also already 10 days on the brewery on this batch of brew.
Yeah, so I was going to do them separate, but
okay,
because you kind of sit and wait on the brewing, that would technically count because you have to check on it constantly. So you are kind of simultaneously doing it, but you're not actively doing anything to brew when you have one batch in. You know what I'm saying? So the hours that you go cook aren't really it's hard to explain. We'll say that your hours are spent cooking, and then every day that you're checking on your brew also counts as a day of brewery training. Does that work?
Yep. So we'll just say I've got 88 in both then.
Yeah. But once you're
80 in brew because I just finished day 10 of the brewing.
Yeah, you're not going to get any unfortunately, because of the way that the nature of the brewing, you're not going to get the same time discount.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's brewing, you're not really learning. You're just
waiting and checking on it constantly. So
yep,
you won't get that.
I'm gonna I can level up cooking to level 3.
Yeah. Yes. So let me look and see what perks I gave you guys.
You can prepare enough food of this. You can prepare enough of this food for a number of creatures equal to 4 plus your proficiency bonus at the end of the short rest. Any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit dice to regain hit points regains an extra hit point per hit die spent.
Yeah. So make sure you have that in your notes.
I am. I'm putting it in there now.
Pog, your perk at level 3 is you can drink a healing potion as a bonus action instead of an action.
Ooh, okay.
Also, you have 3 recipes.
Let's put that in this.
You have 3 recipes unlocked. But you're still gonna have to, you have to pay to be able to make them, and you have to spend time to make them, and you have to roll a DC check to make them. So just to let you know, you don't just get to whip up whatever you want whenever you want it.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, going back in time a minute, real quick. As I was going through equipping the new equipment, could we have traded in or sold our old equipment, our base equipment, just the basic longsword, chainmail, and shield for anything? Because I don't want to walk around carrying it.
You
Yeah.
can. So what I did with a bunch of my other stuff, I just put it in other possessions. Because you're gonna get not a whole lot for it, most of it. Chainmail you probably will, but the sword you're probably not gonna get much.
Well, chainmail was 75 GP value, so like I wouldn't expect that obviously, but I'd rather have the gold that I'm never gonna wear it again.
Yeah.
I think
so
it's
whatever
half.
D&D
It's usually
Beyond
half.
shows as a price for all of that generic stuff, if you're like selling it back used, go ahead and take it out of your inventory and then just take we'll say like 75%. You'll get like 75% of your money back for it
Wow,
being
she's generous.
I was gonna say
consigned.
that's generous.
Yeah,
right?
it's usually half.
Yeah, it's
I
usually
know.
half.
I am very
You're
generous.
generous.
I know.
He takes really good care of his stuff.
He does though. And
I'm detail oriented.
let's see. So, as far as your brewing perk for level 3, once per long rest you can cast Create or Destroy Water for free. You do not use a spell slot and no valued materials are required. I don't know if you looked at that part or not.
I already did.
Okay.
But I'm not going to put that in there because I'm not level 3.
Azif, did you...
I'm only able to level up 1. So.
Did you want to do the Cobbler Tailor? Azif? Where'd he go?
He ran away.
I thought he said that he had wanted to do
I'm
that.
sorry. Yes.
Okay.
At P-Trans Clothier. I was trying to look up for the name.
Okay. Yeah, I had something for Patton. He was doing it, but I don't...
And then Tava's Boots.
Yeah. So if you spend 10 days... Oh, go ahead.
No, keep going, sorry.
Okay. If you do the same thing as everybody else, the 10 days, you'll be a level 3. And do you have the 20 gold to spend?
Yes.
Okay.
I already minus it out of my account.
Okay. I don't know if you saw, but at your perk is interesting with the footwear. Did you read about that?
I did not.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in because here, I'm gonna stick it right here. Okay. At the end of long rest, you spend 10 minutes working on everybody's footwear, equal to the number of tiers you have unlocked in the profession. So you're at 3. Oh no,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Tier, not level. Tier is... You're, I guess, tier 1.
Okay. So I'm tier 1 imports. All right.
Or would you be tier 2? Yeah, I think you're tier 1. So then you can do gain these things. So then at level 3, okay, hang on. I'm trying to copy and paste it, but this document is funky. So this is level 3 for you.
It's the feet that are funky.
Oops. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, that's cool beans.
Yeah, did I get that right? Yes. You can only have one such bag at a time.
Okay. Is that per person or is that per group?
No, that's like one ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just to give the group a heads up, Zora's coming, showing
with a bag
up
of
with
holding.
a bag of holding. Yeah.
Okay.
That she got from a priestess named Marie Puppins.
Marie Puppins. I've heard about that bag of holding.
You put a freaking lamp in there, I heard.
Yeah. She's really cool though. She's got a parrot on her umbrella. Talks to her. For that weapons that I got from the Mr. Will Smith, is it a regular weapon? Is it a +1 weapon?
back to that one because I think I highlighted it for my own reference. I did not. I do not remember.
It's 1,000 each.
Oh. Then
So I'm guessing that's a +1.
Yeah, that's +1.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Thank you.
Yep. And now I'm trying to get... Nope. I'm trying to figure out what to do for you. Clash. Write down in your notes that you have 10 days of training done, and then we'll retroactively level you up when I figure out the tattooing thing.
Sure, not a problem.
Yeah, just keep track of your time so that we can go back.
And if you can, you don't have to do it now or whatever. If you want to look at that, and because I cut out when the end when we were doing the shopping thing, my thing went down, so I didn't want to rehash whatever. But on the way back, or any other tailors or anything like that, if you can look at that the Pride Silk thing and see, because it's in DnD Beyond. If you just pull it up,
Okay.
Pride Silk. It
Yeah.
says everything in there, but I'd like to have somebody make one if I can find.
Okay.
That.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have been more prepared. I didn't know that was
Oh, it's okay.
a thing.
I just stumbled upon it myself.
Okay. So I guess I'm not leaving anybody out. I think we got everybody as far as like crafting. Everybody knows where they're at. And then next week doing the one shot. And what we'll have you do, because I kind of want everybody here for the adventure hooks. Well, when we resume, we're gonna say that it's like the date will be like the first day of Flame Rule. The month is called Flame Rule. So it's only like 12 days later. And we'll see how it goes. And if you guys wanted to do more downtime then, we can. If you wanted to, you'll be able to like roll again on money and see if you were able to make more money and possibly make and sell items. I don't know how much money you guys are trying to get, or if you're going to do any other shopping, or if you want to try to get Pompey to buy you stuff since he's not here. Yeah. I think that's all I got. Anybody have any
Well, the
questions?
good news is I can write Skywrite once a day, so I can just start advertising the shit out of our bar.
Oh yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Good way to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Save 25 gold a day.
Yeah, I am gonna have to adjust one of your perks, Albrecht, because at level 15 I had you doing tattoos. So I'm gonna change that and make it something else since we have a tattoo person. And but that's level 15, so it would be a hot minute before you guys got there. Okay, cool. Does anybody have
Well, I
anything
think
else?
that's everything.
I think so too. Unless somebody else has something that they want. to?
I have one question.
Yes.
I still have a ring or a necklace of fireballs in my inventory. I feel like they got taken away though, right? I didn't get those back, did I?
I thought you guys gave them to the two inspectors.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I know you gave them away. I remember that. I don't remember who you
Alright.
gave them to, but
I'm gonna remove them then.
Yeah. You cleaning out your pockets?
I'm trying to be lean, you know?
The necklace of prayer beads had 5 charges, correct? Corinne?
Yeah. Yeah, it had 5.
I went from 220 pounds to 150, so it was a worthwhile exercise.
Nice. It's because you're wearing that mithril.
Celine's at
Actually,
43.3 pounds.
Is there a possibility of actually picking up another some kind of holding thing anywhere? Still have money to burn. I guess I could buy potions too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys didn't actually go into Potions 11.
You could always buy somebody a belt of dwarven kind or some dark vision goggles.
Yeah, I mean, if I really want a bag of holding for myself if I could get one, but if I can't do that, I pretty much have like I said, I can. If anybody needs something special, I can contribute. I get some potions too. I need to lighten my load. I have way too much stuff. I need to get rid of something or carry something to lighten my load.
Celine went from a 90-pound carry capacity to 250 pounds. 285-pound carry capacity.
I only have an 8 strength. I'm pretty weak, so I can't carry very much.
I have a 285-pound carrying capacity.
Yep, it's them ogre
Gauntlets.
power.
Man, fantastic.
I got my wraps of ogre power. Thank you, Trin, for making that flavorful.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a good idea that you brought to my attention, so I was like, hell yeah. If you guys are interested...
And I could change the name.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, I'm going to throw this into the chat. And we'll say that Potions 11 store that's not too terribly far from your place has the following at those prices. And they usually have a decent stock, so like if you needed to go grab some healings or you think you might need any of the other ones. Those are like their store brands that they have all the time.
We forgot to do something.
What did we forget to do?
We forgot to go to Vajra and give her the Stone of Galore.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you fly over there with your new fancy boots?
I could.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's the landing that's got to suck.
Oh no, even if I run out of power on them, I then descend at a rate of 30 feet per round until I land.
Hey, is there
They're like
any
a helicopter
potion...
auto-rotating.
Is there any potion that like gives back spell slots?
Oh.
I don't think so.
For a wizard?
No, I mean I have spell slots too. I was just curious if there's something that does that.
Huh. That's a good question.
I've never heard of it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
But
I
maybe
get a feature that does it, but
maybe
There's
that
a-
could be one of his perks
there's a magic
for
item
being
that
an
lets you.
apothecary.
There's like a special gem you can crush to regain a spell slot. I
A
think
potion
but
of
not-
spell
not-
recovery, but it's in Griffin's saddlebag. Gives you 1d3 plus 3 expended spell slots. You can recover total number of spell slots combined.
Oh, yeah.
But you'd have to make that as a special item.
Mm-hmm.
You can make that one of his like level 20 potions or something.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, it seems really strong to have something like that.
Yeah.
You could probably find a ring of spell storing, which will give you up to 1 level, or whatever total 5 level spells.
I
Yeah, I was
thought
just when you
about
look at the price of like potion of healing and stuff, it's like it seems more worth it to get spell slots back and then cast healing spells potentially.
mhm. I thought about that ring that you're talking about that came up, but it's a lot of stuff was just so expensive. I didn't even put it on the list. Like some of the stuff that you guys asked for, um, like if you're interested, Pog, your Sentinel Shield can be available for 20,000 gold. Your Ring of Free
Where'd you
Action,
get prices at,
also 20,000 gold.
Trent?
I used a combination of different places. Uh, the equip. Oh, now I've lost it. I have them bookmarked. Um, there's a couple of different websites where I found them where they were almost exact, and if they were off or if they were different, it was like one was 3,000 and one was 3,500. And so I would decide like, oh, I'll take the more expensive or the least expensive one. But somebody went through the trouble of going through all the magic items for 5e and then basically calculating like based on rarity and power, like how powerful is this item, and then they priced them all out. And I looked for quite a while after I gave you guys the timeline and all that, and the ones that I found were pretty spot on. Uh, I can give you the
Yeah,
links
I
if you
had
want.
no clue. I had no clue, so that's why I gave like 3 options per slot.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to wonder, because like I found that 5e magic shop, I think that's what it's called. And it has on there for like the staff of healing, it says the per sane prices and per DNG. And I was just wondering like how they got the differences in those prices, because that's always thrown me off my own game.
Yeah. Yeah, because the
'Cause I don't know
DMG
what
has,
sane prices are.
yeah.
Insane prices, maybe.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out
Okay.
between my dogs and my own
Yeah, yeah,
hunger.
yeah.
It's that time.
No problem. No problem.
All right, see ya, man.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Yeah. Good night.
I wish I would have picked different stuff now. Everything
Why?